How often do you review? I hope it's often. You can feel more confident in English when you become more comfortable with the grammar. This is possible through review and practice. Hi, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer. Let's study basic English grammar together. In this lesson, we'll review the future verb form, be going to. We'll practice the forms, we'll practice the pronunciation. You can learn with my students, Flavia and Andreia. Be sure to subscribe and watch all our basic English lessons. Hey Flavia, how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Pretty good. How's it going, Andreia?
Good.
Yeah? Did you guys have a good week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
But you were sick a little, weren't you sick?
Yes.
Yeah. Be better?
And hot, it's cold in the train.
Yeah. It's true. It could be hot outside, cold in a train, and the air conditioning.
Yes.
The air conditioning can be really cold.
But it's too cold.
I know. Sometimes, yeah.
I don't understand.
Yes. I think in the United States it's nice. There's air conditioning almost everywhere. But sometimes it's too much. It's too cold.
Yes.
I know. I understand that. Well, the last time we talked about be going to, our plans for the future. Plans for tonight, plans for this weekend, we used be going to. Let's remember the forms, starting with I. I am going to. I am going to. You.
You are going to.
You are going to. He.
He is going to.
She.
She's going to.
It.
It is going to.
We
are going to.
They
are going to.
They're going to. Of course, we often use those short forms, which we'll practice today. But this time, let's practice just remembering the forms. I am, you are, he is. I'm going to say, I'll talk about plans. For example, I'll say, I plan to buy shoes. That's my plan. I plan to buy shoes. So you change it to, I am going to buy shoes. I plan to buy shoes. I'm going to buy shoes. Same thing. I plan, I'm going to. Okay? We plan to visit Canada.
We are playing.
Change plan, right? So,
okay.
So if we change from plan to be going to. Okay. So I'm going to say, we plan to visit Canada.
We are going to visit Canada.
He plans to sell his car.
He is going to sell his car.
She plans to get a haircut.
She is going to cut.
You get to cut her hair, but get a haircut. And when get a haircut. Because someone cuts our hair. So one more time. She plans to get a haircut.
She is going to get a haircut.
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 They plan to move to California.
They are going to move to Florida.
To California.
California.
Florida's nice too. Florida, California, there's sunshine. You plan to do laundry today.
You are going to do laundry today?
Yes, very good. Okay. All right, so now we'll try the short forms. If I say they are going to move to California, you say there. They are there. They're going to move to California. Okay? You are going to love this movie.
You're going to love this movie?
Yep. And of course, let's practice now. You're going to. And fast, relaxed speech, you'll even hear you're gonna. You're gonna love this movie. But for now, let's practice you are going to, you're going to. You're going to love this movie. He is going to meet her parents. He is going to meet her parents.
He's going to meet your
Her parents.
Her parents.
Parents, right? Maybe there's a boy, John. He knows Tiffany. John is going to meet Tiffany's parents.
Okay.
I think John and Tiffany are close. Maybe they want to get married. They're going to get married, okay? She is going to meet his parents.
She's going to meet his parents.
It is going to be sunny tomorrow.
It's going to be sunny tomorrow. It's going to be sunny
It's going to be sunny tomorrow. It's going to be sunny. I am going to do grocery shopping.
I'm going to do grocery shopping.
They are going to buy a car.
They're going to buy your car.
Oh, it could be my car, but a car, a new car. We are going to move.
We're going to.
That's a hard one. We're going to move.
We're going to move.
We're going to move.
We're going to move.
Okay. You are going to learn more grammar.
You're going to learn a grammar.
Going to learn more grammar.
Learn more grammar.
You're going to learn more grammar.
You're going to learn more grammar.
Yes, you are. Now change it to not. I am not going to do that. I am not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that.
So I am, I'm. All right. Just with not, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going. You are not going to do that.
You are not going to
Do that.
do that.
You are not going to do that.
You are not going to that.
So how do you do? You are.
You're going to do
That.
that.
So you're going to do that. You're not going to do that.
You're not going to that.
You're not going to do that.
You are not.
Yeah. So if we have not put before, right? Not going to do that.
You're not going to do that.
Right, put not. You're not going to do that. You're not. She is not going to do that.
She's not going to do that.
Right, and with she's, you could say she's not going to do that, or she isn't going to do that. She's not. She isn't.
She isn't going to do that.
Yeah, she isn't going to do that. She's not going to do that.
You aren't going.
You could. True. You could do that. So watch. You could do you're not or you aren't. Doesn't matter.
You aren't. You're not.
He's not. He isn't. It doesn't matter. Okay? They're two ways. You can do the contraction either way.
I learning in school and more you aren't.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
you'll hear both. You didn't practice that.
Yes.
But you'll hear it. You'll hear both, right? Sometimes when we use it this way, it sounds strong, like you're not going to do that. So if you want to emphasize not and make not sound strong, you can say, he's not going to like that. Right? He isn't going to like that. So you feel the difference. He isn't going to like that. He's not going to like that. But you'll hear both. So he's not, he isn't. If I say she is not going to do that.
She's not going to do that.
We can say
She is not.
going to do that or
She isn't going to that.
to do that.
To do that.
So with going, remember it's going to.
Going
She
to.
isn't going to do that.
She isn't going to that.
To do that.
To do that.
To do that. We are not going to do that.
We are not going to do that.
Again, you can do we are not or
We aren't going to do
we're
that.
not going to do that. Or we aren't. Right? We aren't going to do that. Right? They are not going to do that.
They are not going to do that.
So we can say They are.
They aren't going to that
Mhm.
to do that.
So again, with they, you can do they aren't.
They aren't.
They aren't going to do that. Or you might
They're-
hear they're.
They're not
They're
going
not
to
going
do
to do
that.
that. Right. Good. Okay. So you'll hear both. Listen, and you'll probably hear both, see both. Let's practice those negative verb forms a little more. Repeat after me. I'm not going to tell you. You aren't going to like it. You're not going to like it. She isn't going to leave. She's not going to leave. He isn't going to buy it. He's not going to buy it. It isn't going to help. It's not going to help. We aren't going to be late. We're not going to be late. They aren't going to move. They're not going to move. Now let's speak a little faster and we'll use gonna. Repeat after me. I'm not gonna tell you. You're not gonna like it. She's not gonna leave. He's not gonna buy it. It's not gonna help. We're not gonna be late. They're not gonna move. Eyelash. That's for good luck. Eyelash. Eyelash. Yeah. Oops. Eyelash. And you blow for good luck. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's good luck for both of us. And we'll share some. Okay. Let's talk about summer vacations. Many people go on trips. They go someplace nice. They often go to a beach. What are things that people take? They might take, what is that? For their skin?
I forget.
To be safe? Sunblock.
Sunblock.
Yeah, you put on sunblock. Sunblock. And what can you wear?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Sunglasses. What can you?
Hat.
Hat. A hat. Sun hat, maybe.
Sun hat.
Because it doesn't keep you warm. It's not a winter hat. It's a sun hat. Yeah. Or just a hat, but if you want to explain, it's not a winter hat. It's a sun hat, right? And what can women wear?
I don't know.
No? Bikini. Bikini.
Simple.
Yeah. Bikini has two pieces, right? But in general, you could also say swimsuit.
Swimsuit.
Swimsuit might be one piece or two, but bikini's only two, top and bottom, right? What do men wear? Also swimsuit, or sometimes you'll hear like swim trunks. Swim trunks, you might hear swim trunks. But in general, we can talk about swimsuits for men and for women, swimsuits. Bikini is usually only for women, and swim trunks for men. It's just the shorts. Okay. What else can you take? Some people take something to read, a book, for example. What? Water.
Water. No.
Water what? Not a cup, not a glass. Bottle. Water bottle. Water bottle. And there are other things you might need to take. Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about going on a trip. What are you going to take? Right? There can be different things. You might take sunblock, you might take your cat, you might take your dog. What else do people take? Oh, I would take my wallet with my money.
Flip-flop.
Flip-flops. Good. Yes. If you're going to the beach, you want flip-flops. Flip-flops.
Flip-flop.
Flip-flops. I think it's a good one. Flip-flops. You might take a jacket or a sweater. You know, a jacket or a sweater, perhaps. And I think just in case if you're going on a plane, you need a passport.
Passport.
Or a driver's license, something like that. Okay. I'm going on a vacation and I'm going to take my wallet. Now you say, I'm going on my vacation, I'm going to take my wallet and, remember, I'm going on vacation and I'm going to take my wallet.
I'm going on vacation. I'm
going
going to take a wallet, my wallet, and I'm going to take my dog.
Okay.
I'm going
on vacation.
I'm going on vacation. I'm going to take my sunglasses.
Up, start.
Oh, my wallet and my dog.
And
I'm going to take a dog.
2 dogs? A dog and what else? Want to take the cat?
Okay. I'm going to take my wallet, my dog, and my cats.
Okay, I'm going on vacation. I'm taking my wallet, my dog, my cats, and my water bottle.
I'm going
on vacation.
I'm going on vacation, and I'm going to take my wallet, my dog, my cat, and and the water bottle.
A water
A
bottle.
water bottle.
And?
And a book.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna vacation.
I'm going on vacation.
I'm going on vacation. I'm going to take my wallet, my dog, my cat, my water bottle, my book, and my flip-flops.
Good, my flip-flops. I'm going on vacation and I'm taking my wallet, my dog, my cats. Oh my gosh, what else? And what else? My water, dog, cats, water bottle,
Yeah.
book, flip-flops. You're helping me pack. Okay. And sunblock.
I'm going on vacation,
Yes.
and I'm going to take my wallet, my dog, my water bottle,
Yeah.
my cat, my book, flip-flop, and flip-flops, and sunblock.
Sunblock. Yes, sunblock. And?
The book.
Oh yeah,
And
the book is there. And what else?
And a jacket.
A jacket. Okay, last time.
I'm going on vacation. I'm going to take my wallet, my dog, my cat, my water bottle, my book, my flip-flops, my sunblock, my jacket, and my passport.
Good. And that's all. We're ready. We're going on vacation now. Okay, be careful. Water bottle. Americans won't say bottle. They'll say bottle.
Bottle.
Like a D. Bottle.
Bottle.
Make sure your tongue is there. Bottle.
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 Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Water bottle. Let me hear you say book.
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 No, book. Book.
Book.
Book.
Book.
Book.
Book.
Book. I'm taking a book. Okay. Okay, so we're going on vacation. We're ready. And notice when I said I'm going on vacation, we can also use the present progressive for future plans. You may hear people say, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to go. I'm going on vacation. With the verb go, we usually just say, I'm going. Right? I'm going to a movie tonight. I'm going to meet my parents. I'm going to buy a new car. Well, that's different. I'm going to buy. But with going, if you're traveling, you can just say, I'm going to New York this weekend. I'm going to California next month. I'm going on vacation. Soon. Not today, but soon. I'm going on vacation. Right?
Your turn. What are you going to take on vacation? Make a list, a long list. Say, I'm going on vacation and I'm going to take... Have fun. Challenge yourself. Let's work just a little more on questions and pronunciation.
Well, you could do that. What are you going to do? And then you can say tonight, this weekend, tomorrow. Right? What are you going to do?
Or at night?
Tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. What are you going to do this weekend? In this question, I might switch to gonna. What are you going to do? What are you gonna? What are you gonna?
What are you gonna?
What are you gonna do this weekend?
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 What are you gonna do this weekend? What are you?
What are you gonna do this week?
What are you going to do this weekend?
What are you going to do this week?
Good, yeah. I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to play the piano. What are you going to do this weekend? What are you going... You're going to hear, what are you going to? What are you gonna? What are you going to... What are you? What are you? What are you?
What are you? What are you?
What are you?
What are you?
What are you?
What are you?
What are you going to do this weekend?
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 Yeah, so what are you going to do this weekend?
What are you going to do this weekend?
What are you going to do this weekend? What are you gonna...
What are you gonna do this weekend?
Yeah, you'll hear both. Good, good. So that's what I'm doing. What are you going to do this weekend?
I'm gonna to play soccer. No.
I'm going to play soccer.
No.
Oh, you're going to watch soccer?
Watch.
Maybe you play.
Yes. No.
So I'm going to watch soccer?
I'm going to watch soccer.
I'm going to watch soccer.
I'm gonna watch soccer.
I'm going to watch soccer. You can ask.
What are you gonna do tomorrow? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
No.
That's fine. Sure.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
It's Saturday. What are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm gonna go to the beach.
I'm going to the beach. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go to the beach.
I'm gonna go to the beach.
What are you going to do on Sunday?
Sunday. I'm gonna to the supermarket.
I'm going to the supermarket. I'm going grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Okay. When we speak slowly, sometimes we switch to I'm going to, right? Because you say I'm gonna. It's gonna is usually fast speech. Usually, you might hear it, but I would say if you're thinking out loud, you know, yeah, we're going to the supermarket, right? But again, if you know that is your plan, you'd be going to. We're going to the supermarket on Sunday, so we're busy. You know your plans. If you don't know, often we switch to will. Sunday, I don't know what we're going to do on Sunday. I don't know. I guess we'll stay home and I'll probably do some laundry, right? So when you're thinking out loud, you often switch to will when you're making your plans. Why don't you ask me about Sunday?
What What are you going? Oh. What are you going to, what are you going?
What are you going
You
to?
going to do
On Sunday.
on Sunday?
One more time. What are you going to do on Sunday?
What are you going to do on Sunday?
I don't know. Okay. I usually do housework, laundry, so I think I'll do more laundry. But we'll see. We'll see. So now I'm switching. I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday. Did you have a question?
Can I use the present progressive in this question? What are you going to, or what are you doing?
Yes. Yes. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing? You hear, what are you doing? What are you doing? So fast. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tonight?
What
are you?
What are you doing tonight?
What are you?
What are you doing tonight?
Very good. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight, Andrea?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry.
That's all for now. Was the lesson useful? Please like and share this video with others. And don't forget to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching and happy studies. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Check out my videos on Instagram.